Hello one, hello all, is the gothiest ghost of them all, Caspa in the flesh, and it's time for the other installment of List Week, which is the best tracks of the year, 2022. And it's been a great year for music, and we're going to get into the single portion of that. Yes, the singles, not the deep cuts. That's what the album list is for. So, yeah, let's get into it. At 50, we have Monaleo and Flo Milli, We Not Humpin'. Benny the Butcher and J. Cole, Johnny P's Caddy. At number 48, Beths, Expert in a Dying Field. At number 47, Carly Rae Jepsen, The Loneliest Time, featuring Rufus Wainwright. At number 46, Bree Runway, That Girl. At number 45, Florence and the Machine King. Now, even though I wasn't a huge fan of this album, this track is definitely well written, powerful, and certainly epic, and certainly worth your time, because it's great. At number 44, we have Rosalia with Hentai. At number 43, we have Alvvays-Very Online Guy. And at number 42, we get a fire reference track to the late great MF Doom with 100 Gecs with Doritos and Fritos. At number 41, we have Alex G, Runner. At number 40, we have Toro y Moi with The Loop. At number 39, we have The Smile with He'll Never Work in Television Again. At number 38, we have Kilo Kish with my favorite track off her sophomore album, American Girl, off the album American Girl. At 37, we have US Girls, Typical Now. At 36, we have King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, Hate Dancin'. It's a track that's off my favorite addition to the series that they released this year. So they released a good 3 albums this year, and this was the track that really stopped me in my tracks, and I love. At number 35, one of my favorite bands of all time came back with a banger this year, and I hope it leads to a new album, but I think it's just going to be off the soundtrack. But hey, if they can come up with more heat like this, then I will be happy. It's LCD Soundsystem with New Rumba. At number 34, Meg Thee Stallion, Plan B, coming through with some very defiant bars here, and a nice homage to Biggie and Lil' Kim, and on the production standpoint. At number 33, Men I Trust, Girl. At number 32, Gene Dawson, Porn Acting. This really had me hyped for this album, because this track was just a rager, kicked absolute ass, and even though I wasn't a huge fan of the album, it still bangs. At number 31, we have Ibibio Soundmachine with 17, 18, 19. Fantastic display of grooves, blaring linear bass, grand horns, Afrobeat drums, passionate vocals, just a fire track that you need to check out. Porter Robinson at number 30 with Everything Goes On, super motivational, super moving, and the skittering beats, colorful electronic production just makes me feel like I'm in an anime opener and just soaring along with Porter on this one. At number 29, it's Pusha T and Jay-Z and Pharrell with Neck Wrist. Number 28, one of my favorite tracks off the new Jockstrap album, Greatest Hits. At number 27, Beyonce comes through with a friggin' throwback banger with Break My Soul. At number 26, definitely the best teaser to the rollout of the new Gorillaz album, Cracker Island. humorous blow to the moronic racists out there who are zombified by white supremacy ideology, and Thundercat's vocals are just like so heavenly on this. Really nice touch, really great production on this. Very funky, very groovy. Joji comes through with a very passionate piano ballad, Glimpse of Us. And honestly, I would like more of this Joji. Joji always comes through like with some fire on the singles tip, for sure. At number 24, it's Soul Glow with Jump or Get Jumped. One of my favorite punk songs of the year by far. I remember I said what I said about pop punk. Yeah, that's on its deathbed. But hardcore punk, it's coming back. Now, at number 23, we have Denzel Curry off with Walkin'. One of my favorite tracks off the new album, Walkin', and definitely one of my favorites of the year. It's just really hard-hitting track, very multifaceted. Bars are hard as hell, and the production's just so like it has like a psychedelic yet soulful element to it. It's beautiful. At number 22, we have Jessie Ware with Free Yourself. Jessie Ware comes through to bless us with another infectious disco banger that you should check out. At number 21, it's Hemlock Springs with Girlfriend. I love the dreamy synths, the peppy beat, but really her quirky, very cartoonish vocals really sell me on this one, and her humorous lyrics as well. And I'm really excited for what she has down the pipe next. At 20, it's Paramore. I did not expect this band to go this route, but I am glad they did. Definitely doing post-punk service, and I was blown away. What can I say? At number 19, it's Daniel Rawson with Unpeopled Space, bringing a multi-layered, very textured, and well-crafted song, like very evolving. I love the plucked Spanish guitars on this one, the ascending horns, the bass, the layered vocals. It's fantastic. At number 18, we have Black Midi with Welcome to Hell. Very intense track, really set the tone for this album and what I was getting into. And when I finally got it, I was like, I am not disappointed. I am satisfied. Very satisfied with my stay in hell on this album. 17, it's Quelle Chris, Alive Ain't Always Livin', a very soulful, very deep philosophical track with some really hard-hitting bars that really get me in the feels, for sure. At number 16 is Big Theif, Stimulation, Swarm. Amazing track off a fantastic album of theirs that they released this year. Like, just great indie folk right here. Great playing, heartfelt lyrics and vocals. If you fancy yourself a folk rock fan, do check this out, because you won't want to miss this. 15, definitely a new banger off JID's fantastic album, Forever Story. JID and Kenny Mason killed on here with Dance Now. Super clever wordplay, great flows, nice harmonies, and just amazing production. Great track overall. And a powerful message, too. At number 14, we have Caroline Polachek with Welcome to My Island, and she really just went synth pop Super Saiyan on this one, and that's all I can say. Well, I could say more. I'm really excited for the new album. So when the new album drops, I'm here for it, and hopefully I love it. Number 13 is Alice Longue Gao with Make You Love Me. All out intense cut right here. Probably the most manic to joyous song I've probably heard all year. Like, it will get you in the mood to just go all out in the pit and then dance merrily amongst the crowd. Yeah, you gotta hear it to believe it. And if you heard it, you know what I'm talking about. At number 12, it's Steve Lacy with Bad Habit. Even though I didn't love this album, it's still a very sweet track. And Steve just knocked this one out the park here. Sticky hooks, gorgeous bedroom production, great writing. Yeah, what more could I say? At number 11, it's Death's Dynamic Shroud with Judgment Bolt. And man, the intensity on this track, the mystique of this track, it just grabs my brain and just swirls it around and just throws it into the atmosphere, into the clouds, and lightning is just striking upon it and then just throwing me into this blissful place and then taking me back into the dark place. And it's just something else. Truly and honestly, like, this, what it's going for and what it nailed cannot be confined. This track cannot be confined as a genre, and neither can my love for it. At number 10, it's Phoebe Bridgers with Sidelines. Super sad track. This this track really cuts like a friggin' knife, and I'm just pouring out all my emotion through my body on this one. And Phoebe is just like, you know, just putting her hand right here and just healing it with her warm vocals. Like, her warm vocals are like coming out of her hands. Bear with me here. And just holding me and healing me and just having us ascend this blissful, dreamy production. It lifts me up. It lifts me up, but it kills me at the same time. That's what this track does to me. At number 9, it's Joey Badass, Survivor's Guild. One of the most devastatingly emotional tracks he's ever put out, in my opinion. And I think all the other Joey fans could agree with me on this. Talking about the loss of Capital Steez, his cousin. And it's really a tear-inducing track, for real. Like, I couldn't get through this thing without crying every time. At number 8, it's Quadeca, Born Yesterday, a track that really blew me away. Like, Quadeca really just gave it his all here. He just put the sad boy vibes just on blast and just haunting me with this, with his poeticism. The friggin' hook on here just gives me the chills in an excellent way. At number 7, off the album that I friggin' love this year, Conway's God Doesn't Make Mistakes, Stressed. It's really and truly, honestly, a track that just made me feel nothing but empathy for this man. And I feel like his vulnerability is just out in the open there and just letting it all out. And after this, I was like, is Conway okay? Like, what is going on? And he's just out in the open, rapping about the tragedies that have gone on in his life and the stress and depression like he faces. And it's just so hard, and the way he delivers it is just so emotional and grabbing. Like, I honestly, powerful fucking track. That's all I'm gonna say. At number 6, we have the track Why by Chatpile, and I give this band the utmost respect for speaking up for a bunch of stuff on this album that they put out, but we're gonna get into that when I shout the album out. But this track is very important, questioning the deprived people of homes in America, and it's just crushing, making like so many valid points on here, saying like, we have the means, why are there so many people without homes? And then going into graphic detail of people suffering from not having homes. Like, we have this problem going on that could just easily be solved, and they just choose not to do it. And the question is why. So, good shit, great shit from Chat Pile. At number 5, next is off another art pop album that I truly love this year. It's Sudan Archives with Homemaker, and man, I love the instrumentation. I love the synths. I love the reverse vocals on the start of it, like the vocal effects, the way the horns ascend on the hook, the hand claps, the backed choral vocals, and super memorable melody on the hook. I'm a homemaker, homemaker, and if you're not sold on Sudan Archives, I don't know what to tell you. And if you have not heard Sudan Archives, please do yourself a favor and listen to this album, which I'll touch on in the 50 best albums list. 55. Number 4, Natalia Lafourcade with Todas, Las Flores. Man, truly a beautiful dark track. Like, the upright bass, the gorgeous vocals, the piano, the ascending harmonies just floating across the track like a spirit, like a ghostly figure. And yeah, it's just amazing, just soul grabbing. It's gorgeous. Check it out. Number 3, it's Domi and JD Beck, Take a Chance, featuring Anderson .Paak, and it's truly and honestly a song I fell in love with on first listen and couldn't get enough of. Like, I came back to this track again and again and again. Like, the amazing jazz instrumentation, instantly catchy hook, and Paak's bars on here are fantastic, and his passionate vocals added to the hook are just mwah, chef's kiss. Yeah, wait a minute. That's Sean Donato's thing, isn't it? Ah, well, he'll forgive me. Number 2 is a track I thought was going to be on the new album that Kendrick put out, but it's fine. I mean, normally, like, when he puts out these heart tracks, they're never on the album anyway, so not really too big of a surprise there. But, man, like, this track really proves the genius that Kendrick Lamar is, and how heartfelt and how moving his songs are at the same time, with his undying passion to strive for progress amongst his community, as he sees like this never-ending cycle of regression when he's trying to put progression in there. And he's just really trying to end this cycle that the community has been conditioned to accept and continue. And even if it kills him, like, he will still die knowing that he has tried to make an effort to bring change. And he would even still forgive those who ended him in this cycle that he was trying to fix. Like, powerful fucking track. Powerful track. At numero uno, we have reached the end of the road here. It is Viagra Boys with Troglodyte. Truly an amazing album this came off of. Truly an amazing track. Really captures the element of fun sonically while delivering a massive criticism to society that has just not evolved and falls for conspiracy theories and has become adult to like false information. And the hook is insane. The track is like so much character. Like, the vocal performances are just top notch. Personality is amazing. hard-hitting, kick-ass song. It's an amazing song off a great album by a great band, Viagra Boys. And that is it. That is my 50 best singles of the year. Stay tuned for the 55 best albums of the year. Gothic Ghost, best albums, best singles of the year. Till we meet again. And hopefully I feel better soon.